Imagine a world where you could achieve more than you realized, a world where you could reach new levels of innovation and creativity, a world where everyone felt safe and empowered to realize their untapped innovative potential. You and I can create that kind of world when we create psychological safety for others, and it's up to you to make that happen.
Have y'all ever heard the saying, God gave you 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason? That is because we have got to listen. Listen, listen, listen. One of the sayings that I will often tell myself and others is, when something's not going well, when I've got an unmet expectation, I want that to be the trigger for me to get curious. And I'm just wondering what would happen in our teams if we said, I'm going to choose to get curious rather than be easily offended.
Culture is the actions, attitudes, and behaviors that are living and growing in our organization. And as leaders, our culture will be the things that we promote, that we practice, or that we permit. Because if you permit it, you're actually promoting it. That's what ends up being our culture in our organization. Our real job as leaders is to define those actions, attitudes, and behaviors that are going to help our people and our organizations win and thrive, because nobody wants to be a part of a losing team.
We live in a once-in-a-generation moment where you know what it was like to live with the robots and without them, because everyone that comes next, they won't. This is our Gutenberg moment. AI, it's a tool. It could be a weapon. Don't make it a throne, but it's definitely a double-edged sword.
Leveraging body language is real leadership. That actually understanding it and knowing how my body language impacts others and also how their body language impacts me, and being able to actually ask them questions based on the body language I'm seeing was a part of my leadership journey.
What's happening, we get the younger generation coming in, they're so accustomed to this, they forget the importance of the interpersonal side. And so how do we address this when we have the attrition or poor cultures? We build ping pong tables and bring in beer kegs. I remember I was working with a company, she said, Chris, we have a cereal bar with over 100 cereals and a barista, but our culture's still bad. And I said, you're throwing money at the wrong solutions. Or we throw money at salaries. You look at the salary inflation where all we each want is that connection, and we're not getting it. And what's happened with AI and technology, especially from a sales perspective, is that it's automated so much of what used to be interpersonal connection.
Let's talk about the elephant in the room, shall we? When I have conversations about empathy, guess what people say when they hear me talk about empathy? And they think about performance, cultures of accountability, difficult conversations. Can't happen with empathy, right? It's all about being nice. Here's what's the awesome truth in this. Empathy is a superpower for those situations. Empathy drives peak performance. The science is abundantly clear. Empathy drives accountability. Empathy is a superpower for difficult conversations.
When we can own the wrong in a moment, when it can be something that we didn't even cause. The server at the Ritz-Carlton didn't cause the problem, but they chose to go above and beyond for it. And this is why I think it really matters, is because life is about relationships. It's about relationships with each other. And the health of our relationships is revealed in the solvable moments. The health of our organization is revealed in the solvable moments. It's not revealed when everything is great and mountaintop and happy. It's revealed in the challenging moments. It's revealed when something goes wrong. What do we do in that moment?
Our resilience is made up of 3 things. 1, it's adaptive skills. It's how you think, how you react, how you behave in the face of your challenges. And then secondly, it's the protective resources. What are the things you can call on when you've got a challenge or a stressor that helps you overcome it? Sometimes it's the money, sometimes it's your experience, it's your connections. It's those things that can protect you. And then third, in your framework, is those preventive measures. This is making the kinds of choices that makes it less likely that you'll have to deal with the challenges or the stressors in the first place. Has anyone here ever thought to yourself, why did I agree to that? Why did I make that decision? This is the preventive measures. At the core of resilience, we know the most important thing is that resilient people think differently.
I was like, what is happening? Why am I not able? I think I'm doing good in business. I think I'm trying. But what I wasn't doing, I wasn't intentional. I was just grabbing whatever was coming my way and going at it all in. But I wasn't intentional as to look, why? Why am I doing what I'm doing? And the way to think about that, for me at least, and hopefully for some of you, is that, are you intentional? So that day onwards, I just started to look at everything with the lens of intentionality.
I have spent 25 years this year observing what is normal in the world of work. It's not a pretty picture. I have to tell you, human beings waking up every single morning with a little spark of willingness, only to have it extinguished by an avalanche of emails and meetings and bureaucracy and burnout and overload. And so what leaders try to do is they try to fix this by correcting the logistical aspects of work. I call them bricks. They bring in new project plans, tech stack, AI, automation, Lean Six Sigma, and everywhere I go, they're reorging. There's so much transformation going on, you'd think you're at Hogwarts. And yet, it's not better for people. It just doesn't seem to be getting better for people no matter where we go. And that is because they are missing the mortar that would hold all of those bricks together, which is human behavioral skill.